Hi students, today we are going to make mud sculptures. Today's learning goal is I can make a three-dimensional sculpture with mud. Let's look at box number 1, where I give you the definition of sculpture. Sculpture is three-dimensional art created by carving, modeling, or assembling, which means putting together. Three-dimension means it has three dimensions that could be measured: width, height, and depth. So something that is three-dimensional is like a cube or a sphere. It can be filled with something. Two-dimensional is flat. In box number 2, you see some pictures of two people creating sculptures. So you see that what they're making is three-dimensional. Box number 3 gives you 3 examples of sculptors creating a sculpture. So in the first picture, you have a sculptor who is making a metal sculpture by assembling pipes and using heat to bend them and to connect them. In the second picture, a sculptor is using her hands and a tool to model and create a form out of clay. And in the third picture, you have a sculptor who is carving using a tool, and he's chiseling away to create his stone sculpture. In the fourth box, I gave you 2 non-examples of a sculpture. The boy who is just painting on a flat surface, that is not a sculpture. That is two-dimensional art because his painting is flat. And the printmaking, the relief print, that is flat, and so it is not three-dimensional and it is not a sculpture. So now let's get started with the lesson. Hi students, we're going to make art with mud today, and I have my 2 helpers, Gemma and Zephyr.
Hi!
Who are going to make some art with the mud. Okay, Gemma, what do you have there? A bucket. So you at home can use a bucket, a pail, a cup, anything that can hold some dirt. And Zephyr, what do you have?
2 shovels.
2 shovels. So if you have a shovel, of course, ask your parents first, but you could use a spoon, you can use a stick, you could use anything that can help you dig. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
So we are going to, Zephyr's going to dig some dirt in an area. Again, ask your parents where a good spot to dig is. And this is a good spot for Zephyr. He's going to dig some dirt. Yeah, he's moving some of the big rocks.
And with this,
he's digging. And Gemma, go ahead and take the bucket. Zephyr, you're going to dig and put that in the bucket.
come on, Gemma. I'm gonna put
Gemma.
this in the bucket.
So let's fill that bucket up. Not too much, just a little bit. That's good. Okay, let's stop.
We needed it to be deeper.
All right, so now Zephyr has, hold on Zephyr, don't put it in yet. Zephyr's going to get some water, and he's using the water hose. Now Zephyr, put a tiny bit, because, okay, go ahead and stop. Gemma, can you go find a stick?
But I'm gonna do it a little bit more.
So go ahead and add a little bit more. Okay, go ahead and stop, because if we put too much water,
It's gonna soak up. It's gonna be like.
it's going to be too watery.
Yeah.
And we want it to have a texture like if you're working with clay. And so we've worked with clay in school, those in kinder and first grade, and you know how clay should, how it's going to feel. So it can feel kind of like a Play-Doh. So Gemma's going to just mix the dirt and the water. Okay, kiddos, here's the fun and messy part. You're going to get your hands in there and let's try to roll a ball. Let's see if you can roll a ball. If it's too watery, we need to add a little bit of dirt in it.
It's kind of too watery.
Too watery? Okay, get the shovel. Let's add. Oh, yeah, be careful. This can get pretty messy, right? We'll clean you up, Gemma. When you start grabbing the mud and forming it to make whatever you're going to make, try adding some dirt, and even picking up some dirt and packing it in will help make your sculpture a little bit more smoother.
And also push it in and then it will look like this.
Oh, it looks more smoother.
But how?
At first it was almost too wet.
Yeah.
And so you just added some dry dirt and packed it in, and now it looks so smooth. Zephyr added some rocks and pushed them into his sculpture, and he added some sticks. It began to look like a hedgehog or a porcupine. Here's a picture of it the next day. It's pretty hard, and even the sticks are pretty stuck in there. When you finish your mud sculpture, put it in a sunny spot and leave it overnight, and you'll see that the next day it is quite hard. You can even make mud prints using mud and your hands. Zephyr and Gemma had a lot of fun with this. It is a messy activity, so make sure that you ask your parents if you can do this, and make sure you clean up before going back into the house. You can use sticks and rocks to add to your sculptures. Maybe your sticks could be legs or hand or hair. I don't know. I know that y'all are very creative, and I can't wait to see what type of mud sculptures you come up with. Remember to take a picture of your mud sculpture and post it on Seesaw, because I'd love to see it.